Okay, today we're going to get a little bit more complicated, but if you've understood the first part about indicator variables, it's not going to be that much of a leap to get to the second step. So now we're going to talk about interaction terms with indicator variables. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so let's just talk about the Reuben sandwich. This is my personal preference, so you don't have to agree with me. But the Reuben sandwich has rye bread, I don't like. Sauerkraut, I don't really like. Corned beef, I don't really like. But you put them all together with the cheese, and I really like a Reuben sandwich. And so some things may not work so well together apart, but together there's something that happens. It's sort of like you have one friend that you really like on this side, another friend you like on this side, you really have a great time with them, but when they get together, it's just not very exciting. So there might be some interaction terms. Another example is maybe being an engineer is one thing, being a female is another thing, and a salary, you would put them together. Maybe that has an effect on a salary, just more than or less than just being an engineer. Or just think about it of taking iron pills with orange juice. I guess this counteracts the ability or something like that. I think Josh told me this. Or just whatever pill is deemed effective when taken with another substance. So there may be some interaction that's going on. So let's talk about how we might set this up. So suppose we know, or we want to know the effect of a person's home state has on the number of hours they watch cable news. But we also think their political affiliation may be a counting variable. So here we set it up. Remember, Indiana is the reference variable, and we have Illinois, Michigan, Kentucky, and Ohio. So we have 5 categories for variables. But maybe what happens is that people watch a different amount of cable news if they're affiliated with a Democrat or Republican. So we're going to let X5 be 1 if a person is Republican, 0 as a Democrat. So let's kind of think about that. We have 5 variables for states, 2 variables for political affiliations. So we need 10 variables altogether. So we have 10 possibilities. There it's listed: Indiana Republican, Indiana Democrat, and so forth. So what if we just duplicate it? And so we have the blue and then the red. So let's use our new variable X5 for Republican with 1 for being a Republican. So the blue then will be 0 if it's a Democrat, and 1 if it's Republican in red. All right, so now let's think about how we could do that again. So if we're Republican, we'd have, in Indiana, we'd have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then a 1 for being a Republican. And so if we kind of think of it, we're just repeating the 0, 0, 0, 0 pattern. The same sort of thing with an Illinois Republican. We've got 1, 0, 0, 0. And we just repeat it 1, 0, 0, 0. And the only difference is we have an X5 with being 1. So the same thing with Kentucky Democrat, 0, 0, 1, 0. But since X5 is 0, all my pairs are 0. And the Kentucky Republican, 0, 0, 1, 0, would go with 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. So if you're a Kentucky Republican, you put 0 in for X1, X2, and X4, and X5 and X6. I'm sorry, X6 and X7, and then you get X8. So this is what my equation would be for a Republican, Kentucky Republican. So that's sort of the idea of the indicator variables with interaction. You know, Indiana Democrat, 0, 0, 0, 0, we get beta naught. And then for Indiana Republican, we get a 0, 0, but we add a beta 5. In Illinois Democrat, we just get beta naught plus beta 1. Everybody gets beta naught. But then we add on beta 5 and beta 6 for being a Republican. So it's sort of like we repeat the pattern down here into this equation. So again, you kind of think of the Democrats, Indiana, 0, 0, 0, and then this X5 tells me whether you're Democratic or not. And then I just I have the same pattern over here, 0, 0, 0. So like Ohio, 0, 0, 0, 1. And since I get all zeros here. But if I have a Republican, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then I repeat the 0, 0, 0, 1. And so for if you were Ohio, you'd have beta naught plus beta 4 plus beta 5 plus beta 9. And that would give me then what I have. So that's the idea of an interaction variable. Hey, I went up here. Hey, there I am. All right. So study this one. It's going to take a little bit of time to get, but I think you can get it. I have faith.